Kambenwa, everybody. This is 70 Severance coming to you tonight about a video I'd like to call why people think INFJs are stupid. And there was a young man, I forget the YouTube name, but I'll put it in the description. It was about a couple weeks ago, or a week ago, maybe about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. I saw his video, and it was very, I don't want to say eye-opening, but it gave me a lot of information. It was a very, very good video, informative, about his view on why people think INFJs are stupid. And it inspired me to do my first video. Basically, I would say my first kind of official video on my channel. Um, and that is why I made my channel. um, because I am a spiritually awakened INFJ. I got my awakening through Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. And I want to bring awareness to the real potential of the INFJ once we are spiritualized or spiritually awakened or born again. And that is the only reason my channel exists. It's for that reason, to bring awareness to that. Not like, subscribers, nothing. Just that. So, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and get started. But of course, this will be my version of why INFJs are stupid. Of course, first we have to start with the functions. So I'll start with NI. TI. SE. And let's see. We'll go with the shadow, but I don't like that color. I'll go with this one. Try to do red, or get as close to red as possible, but didn't work. And I do like to color code things. Okay. Now, why INFJs are stupid? Okay. First, we kind of have to start off with this guy right here. This guy right here, SI. This is introverted sensing, otherwise known as basically the world's view on what a human being should be, the rules of society. And I could write that down. Maybe I should, but I don't want to waste time. But rules of society. Rules of society. also, rules of society. Also, how you were raised and your environment that you grew up in or around. That plays a big part in one's SI. And for the sake of my time, I'll just say how one is raised in their environment. Okay? So, for example, society's rules. I'll give you an example. I mean, we should all know, you know, society's way of, you know, you get married, you have kids, you know, well, I'll start, you're born, you go to school, elementary school, then, from kindergarten through 12th, you graduate high school, go to college, 4 years, you get an education, married, family, vacation every year, Christmas, Thanksgiving, you get it. And you do that every year for about 50, 60 years, and then you retire, and that's it. And then you teach your kids to do the same, and then they do the same, and then their kids do the same, and then their kids do the same, then their kids, you get it. So, kind of right off the bat, with this being eighth, I would say from my experience, this being eighth, it's like, it's more of, we're more concerned within you know, more concerned with what we want or whatever grand vision that we have. I mean, if you look at the functions, I mean, everybody knows every function is subservient to the one above it. And then ultimately, all the functions are subservient to your dominant. So, with my NI being here, my SI being here, it's I'm more concerned with what I want, you know, my vision, or, my dream, more than what society wants me to be. I look at that way of living as mundane, redundant, repetitive, those kind of things. Well, having SI eighth, you look at those things in that way. um, but, with SI being what it is, and, you know, there's a term that you guys may have heard of called this. This is one of my favorite words. Yes, censor. Well, censor. Most censors have either SI, or SE. Neither first or second in their stack. It's a weird looking two, but you get the drift. But with intuitives, we will have either NE or NI, first or second. Okay? So, like I said, with this SI, SE, first or second, and like I said, when you're a sensor, that's what you got. And you usually tend to have the intuitive functions like NI, NE. You usually have them, either third or fourth or seventh or eighth. So, like I said, sensors, they are an interesting bunch. They make up, I would say, roughly between 70 through 75% of the world's entire population. Yes, they make up about that much. They are definitely the majority of all of us. that there. And they make up about 70 to 75% of the world. So, and again, you guys have to bear with me. This is my first video, and I can't tell you how long. So bear with me. My neurodivergence kicks in a lot in these situations, as you guys should know, those of you that are familiar with the MBTI, about how SE works and NE works with us. So, with that said, yes, sensors make up about 70 to 75% of the world. So us, we make up the rest. So this is how these rules are so dominant. You know, look at, look at how schools are constructed, how, you know, going out school, kindergarten through 12th, college, marriage, dating, everything in the world, the way the world is, the rules of the world. It's all because of these guys right here, as they're the majority of the world. They've, they know they are the world. Basically, the rules of society. They are society. So, you have to kind of take that into, your own information. You know, so they have this going for them. Next is TE. TE is our seventh function, which is our blind spot. TE is rationale. TE is also basically I want to say the world's view. The world's view. If that's how you spell rationale, it looks like it. Like I said, TE is rationale. TE is the world's view, basically. I'll kind of give you an example. TE solves problems. TE is basically the world's problems. We'll say that. And so I was looking at this presidential thing, and Elon Musk was there, and which he is an INTJ, by the way. He was there answering a bunch of questions. He was asking a whole bunch of questions, like, people's, like one guy asked him what his view of Christianity was. Somebody else asked him something else, but it was some problem or a real world problem that he wanted answered, and he asked Elon Musk. And basically, TE, like I said, solves problems, and that's what it does. Solve problems, solve problems, solves problems. That's what it lives to do. Solves X's, the world's problems. Yep. So that's what TE does. And as you can see, as TE is seventh in our stack, that is not something we are good at doing. That is not something that's more of our talent. But yeah, basically,